Hello and welcome to Five Drive School of Motoring. It's Mohammed. I hope you guys are doing great. This is Ollie's real practical driving test video. He took his test at Heaton Test Center at half 2. So let's watch his test video. Okay, he's at the test center and they've just moved off. I can't remember how many mistakes he took, but he passed first time. Anyways, out of the car park, he's going to be turning right, and the speed limit will be mentioned at the top right corner throughout this video. So when you're coming out of this car park, just make sure you take it nice and easy, because sometimes there are parked cars on the right and left and your view will be a bit restricted. At the end of this road, you'll be turning right. Remember, I always mention in my videos, if you're turning right, the speed limit will be 30 miles an hour. But if you're turning left, it will be 20 miles an hour. As you can see the sign ahead for 30 miles an hour.
At the end of this road, if you turn left,
And at the end of the road, Ollie will be told to turn left.
so what would you normally have been doing at this time of the day, Ollie?
Probably take the dog out for a walk.
All right.
Take the dog out for a walk.
Studying, working, doing anything?
I've just finished uni. I just finished at Leeds Conservatoire.
Okay.
And yeah, I've studied classical trumpet for 3 years.
Right. So end of this road, I'd like you to turn left for me, please.
And now at the end of the road, he'll be turning left. When Ollie got to the top of this hill, it's quite a steep hill, so he stalled there. He didn't get a serious mistake, and you will see he just stalled there now. But the good thing was he didn't let the car roll back, so he was in full control of the car, and he observed and he moved off again. So it wouldn't be as serious unless you roll back and obstruct traffic behind you.
So you're going to be wanting to go into teaching that, or are you going to something with that?
Yeah, I'd like to teach with that. The only issue is there's not a lot of jobs with that at the moment.
Right.
So I've decided to go into like being a teaching assistant
Okay.
at the school to understand like how
Yeah.
things work and things like that. Understand children, and then if I decide to stay with that, I
Yeah.
can do. But yeah, I think I'd like to do something with what my degree is in. But
You could always give private lessons as well.
true.
Okay, he's coming up to a mini roundabout. That's where he will be told to turn right to take the second exit.
You go. Sorry. Okay. So do you know who we give way to on the roundabout?
Yes, these people.
Okay. So if they're giving us way, can we go then, do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd like you to pull up on the left just after these two vans here.
Okay.
Somewhere safe after these two vans.
And further down the road, he'll be told to pull up on the left somewhere safe. And this is where Ollie started independent driving. So it really depends where he's going to start from on your test, but Ollie started his independent driving from this place onwards. And now he'll be told to move off again when it's safe to do so.
After 300 yards, bear right.
So if you're going straight, you'll have to be in the right lane because the left lane goes left only. And if you're following sat nav, the sat nav will remind you to bear right. So basically, you're keeping into the right lane rather than the left lane. And then at the traffic light, he's going to be turning right towards Shipley.
Turn right.
So ahead speed limit is going to change to 30, and there's a sign in a triangle saying max 20. That can be a little confusing, but the speed limit originally will be 30 miles an hour. So triangles are just warnings. So if you see that sign, you don't have to drive, and it's for the bend anyway.
After
So now
300
there's
yards,
another sign
turn
coming up
left, then
which says max 20 in a triangle. But again, as I said, you don't have to obey that sign. You can see that sign on the left hand side there. So again, it's just a warning. One of my students a while ago looked at that sign and just kept driving at 20 miles an hour throughout that road. And he ended up failing his driving test. So again, it's just a warning. is not an order. So if you're looking at circles, there will be orders. Speed limit on this new road will be 20 miles an hour. The sign was hidden behind the bushes, so you've got to be very careful with that. Sometimes examiner will remind you if you can't see that, just look on the floor as well, because sometimes signs are painted on the road as well. And then he's going to be taking next road on the right.
Turn right.
Okay, further up on this road, examiner will tell Ollie to pull up on the right. So he's going to carry out his maneuver here. So he's going to pull up on the right, and then after that, examiner will ask him to reverse a couple of cars length, and then he'll be told to move off again.
Thank you. And then if you reverse in a straight line for 2 car lengths for me, please. And then that's your manoeuvre done. Okay, when you think you've got 2 car lengths, then just stop there, okay? Thank you. And then when you're ready, if you can drive away for me, please.
Okay, now he's going to move off again. Ideally, he should have waited for that pedestrian coming up towards him. You never know, he might have crossed the road in front, but then again, it wasn't a danger, but that's something you really need to look for. So at the end of the road, you'll be told to turn right.
Turn right, then, at the end of the road, turn left.
And if you'd like to pull up on the left, just behind the next parked car, please.
After 250 yards, turn left.
If you get fairly close, but leave enough space to move away as well, okay?
Okay, he's going to pull up on the left again just before that car. It's moving off at an angle exercise, so you'll be told to move off again. They just want to check your clutch with a quick amount of steering. So you just got to take it nice and easy when you're moving off.
Turn left.
Okay, at the end of the road, you'll be told to turn left. And there's end of 20 and start of 30 zone ahead. So the speed limit will change to 30 miles an hour.
After
And ahead, the speed limit will change to 20 miles an hour. Okay, soon after the traffic light, I'll be turning right.
At the end of the road, turn left.
And at the top of the road, he'll be turning left. So from 20, he's going to go back to 30 again. So ahead, this lane is going to split into two. So Ollie did well to keep to the left because that is your driving lane.
After 200 yards, you have reached your destination on your left.
Okay, so when we get to that point, the independent driving finishes. We're not going to pull up or anything like that on the left. We're just going to keep going straight and then revert back to directions again. Are we alright?
Okay.
Okay, further up on this road, independent driving ended, and then examiner started to give directions to Ollie. Now ahead is going to merge into one lane, and you will see there is going to be bus lane coming up ahead. So the operation times were between 7:30 in the morning to 9:30. That is between Monday to Friday. So Ollie did well to go in the bus lane because he was allowed. His test was at 1:30, so he was absolutely fine to drive in the bus lane. However, further up, the left lane goes left only. So as you can see, the bus lane coming up ahead now. Yeah. So he did go in it, but examiner told him to stay away from it and go into the right lane when it's safe, because further up on this road, the left lane goes left only. So he was told to move into the right lane. So if this is the situation, normally examiner will help you. So only change your lane when you feel safe, and that's exactly what Ollie did. You're going to see the sign ahead, so the left lane will go left only. Probably due to traffic, you can't see the sign on the floor, but he kept in the right lane to follow the road ahead. And then this is another bus lane. The set of timings are the same as the last one. So Ollie did go in it again, but further up there was a van in his way, so he had to change again. So just be careful with this bus lane because there will always be parked cars. So try and anticipate well ahead. And if you think it's not safe, just stay away from this bus lane and keep into the right lane. As you can see, there's a van parked in the bus lane, so he had to move out again. And there were more parked cars after that, so he had to keep right. So after all these parked cars normally should go back into the left lane, but Ollie stayed into the right lane because he was told by the examiner to turn right at the main set of traffic lights onto M lane. So if you are coming up to this set of traffic lights, normally you will see a filter light on. So if filter light is on, you can go obviously without stopping. Otherwise, you have to give way to the oncoming traffic, like Ollie did.
Take the next left.
Okay, now you'll be told to take the next road on the left. Be careful with this one, it's uphill and it goes downhill. So make sure your clutch is up, and maybe you have to take that in one because sometimes there are parked cars or vans right close to the junction. So just be really careful with this one.
And then I'd like you to pull up on the left in a safe place for me, please. Anywhere that you feel is safe.
Okay, and then you'll be told to pull up on the left somewhere safe.
Okay, thank you. And then when you're
And then you'll be told to move off again when it is safe to do so. And then you'll be taking the next road on the right onto Scotchman Road.
take the next road on the right for me, please. So we're going to pull up just one more time for this hill start. So I'd like you to pull up on the left for me, please, in front of that car before it, whenever you think on it.
And then you'll be asked to pull up on the left again somewhere safe.
Okay, thank you. And then when you're ready, if you can drive away for me, please.
And then you'll be told to move off again when it's safe to do so. So they are nearly at the test center. It's basically next left, and then they're in the test center. He's gonna park there and he'll be told that he has passed his test. So it was a first time pass. Big congratulations to Ollie, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.